In a big city called Ocavin, there were two worlds. In the center, there were tall, shiny buildings and rich people, but on the outside, there were old streets where people worked very hard just to buy food. In one of these old streets, a young woman named Ilara had a small food stall. She called it the Golden Ladle. Ilara was 24 years old. She was a kind woman with a big smile. She sold a special soup made of beef and vegetables. It was a recipe from her grandmother. People loved her soup because it was warm and made them feel happy. Every evening when the sun went down, an old man came to her stall. He was very poor. His clothes were old and dirty. His hair was gray and messy. He never asked for money and he never begged. He just stood near an old street lamp and looked at the soup. Most people did not look at him. They walked past him like he was not there. But Ilara saw him. She felt sorry for him, but she also respected him. "Good evening, Arthur," she would say. She gave him that name because she didn't know his real name. The old man would nod his head slowly. Every night, Ilara took a large bowl and filled it with a lot of soup and big pieces of bread. She gave it to him for free. "Here you go, Arthur. I cooked too much today. Please help me by eating this," she would say. She told this lie every night so the man would not feel ashamed. The old man took the bowl with shaking hands. He looked into Ilara's eyes for a second. He didn't say thank you with words, but his eyes said everything. He sat on the ground and ate every drop of the soup. This happened every day for 3 years. Whether it was raining or snowing, Ilara always fed Arthur. One cold night in November, something changed. Ilara prepared the soup as usual. She waited for Arthur to appear near the street lamp, but at 6 o'clock he was not there. At 7 o'clock the spot was still empty. Ilara was worried. Maybe he is just cold and found a warm place to sleep, she thought. But the next day he did not come. A week passed, then a month. Arthur disappeared. Ilara asked the other shopkeepers if they saw the old man. "The old beggar? He probably died or moved to another city," said the baker. Ilara was very sad. She had cared for this man for 3 years. She felt like a part of her life was missing. But soon she had a much bigger problem. In January, Ilara's mother, Martha, became very sick. She collapsed on the floor of their small apartment. Martha was the most important person in Ilara's life. Ilara took her to a small doctor, but the news was bad. "Your mother has a very serious infection in her lungs," the doctor said. "She needs to go to the big city hospital. She needs expensive medicine and a machine to help her breathe. If she stays here, she will die." Ilara was terrified. She took all her savings and went to the big hospital. For 2 weeks, Ilara worked all day at her stall and stayed all night at the hospital. She was exhausted. But the hospital was very expensive. Every day, the bills became higher. She sold her jewelry. She sold her father's old watch. She borrowed money from people, but it was not enough. One morning, a man from the hospital office came to see her. "Miss Vance, you owe the hospital $15,000, he said coldly. "If you don't pay today, we must stop the treatment for your mother." "Please," Ilara cried. "She is getting better. Give me more time." "I am sorry," the man said. "No money, no treatment. Those are the rules." Ilara went to her mother's room. Martha looked very weak and pale. She took Ilara's hand. "Don't cry, my daughter," Martha whispered. "You are a good girl. It's okay." Ilara could not breathe. She felt like her heart was breaking. She ran out of the hospital building. Outside, the sky was dark, and it started to rain. Ilara sat on the hospital steps and cried loudly. She felt completely alone. Her mother was going to die because they were poor. She had no more hope. Suddenly, the rain stopped falling on her. She looked up. A tall man was holding a big black umbrella over her head. He was wearing a very expensive blue suit. He looked like a king. He had a neat beard and kind eyes. "It is very sad to see the girl with the golden ladle crying," the man said. His voice was deep and calm. Ilara wiped her eyes. "Who are you? How do you know me?" The man smiled. It was a very familiar smile. "You called me Arthur, remember? But my real name is Julian Sterling." Ilara gasped. Julian Sterling was one of the richest men in the country. "Arthur? Is it really you?" she whispered. "Yes," Julian said. He helped her stand up. "A few years ago, I lost everything. My friends betrayed me and took my company. I lost my mind. I lived on the street because I was so sad. But every night you gave me soup. You treated me like a human being when everyone else ignored me. You gave me the strength to start my life again." He looked at the hospital. "I have been looking for you. I went to your stall and a neighbor told me your mother was sick." Julian didn't wait. He walked into the hospital with Ilara. He went to the office and gave them his credit card. "Pay for everything from Martha Vance," Julian ordered. "Get the best doctors, give her the best room, now." The hospital staff changed immediately. They were very polite now because they knew Mr. Sterling was rich and powerful. Ilara could not believe it. "Why are you doing all this?" she asked. "Because you were kind to me when I had nothing," Julian replied. "Now I have my money and my company back. It is my turn to be kind to you." In the following weeks, Martha had a successful operation. She began to get strong again. But Julian wanted to do more. One day, he drove Ilara to a beautiful street with many trees. He stopped in front of a big, lovely house. It had a huge garden and a very modern kitchen. "This house is for you and your mother," Julian said. He gave her the keys. "And I have put a lot of money in a bank account for you. I want you to open a big restaurant. You can feed the people of this city, and you can also give free food to those who are poor, just like you did for me." Ilara looked at the keys and then at Julian. She began to cry again, but this time they were tears of joy. "I don't know how to thank you," she said. "You already thanked me with your soup," Julian smiled. Ilara opened her new restaurant. It became the most famous place in Ocavin. She became rich, but she stayed the same kind person. Every evening, she made sure that anyone who was hungry could come to her kitchen and eat for free. She learned a very important lesson. Kindness is like a seed. You plant it with a small gesture, and one day it grows into something beautiful that can change the whole world. The magic of kindness saved Ilara's mother, but it also saved Julian's life. And it all started with one simple bowl of soup. If this story touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Remember, a small act of kindness can change a life. Leave a comment below. Have you ever experienced a miracle because of kindness? We would love to hear your story.